What's the spring been like for you? There's no Elliot Fry comfort blanket. How have you kicked?
It's something. I'll tell you that. I definitely miss Elliot. He was always there. He was in the spot, so it seemed different having to definitely take the first team reps now. And there's pressure, and Muschamp and Hustler are both making it pretty hard for me, and I just got to take it as it comes.
Yeah, how have you been able to deal with that pressure? Gotten better over the course of the spring?
Yes, it has. I started off kind of rough, I'd say the first two practices, and then it got better after that.
What was the difference?
Just mental side of the game, I guess. So it was just different since Elliot wasn't there, so I actually had to focus a little more, it seemed like.
Elliot had a lot of positive things to say about you before you left after the game that he broke the points record, I guess. What did that mean to you? What does that do for your confidence?
It definitely boosted my confidence, but it left a lot out there for me trying to fill his shoes because Elliot was very good. He did a lot for this school, and that's something I got to fill now, and that's very hard.
Is there excitement, or do you see a challenge just knowing that the job's open?
I was excited now that he's gone. Yeah, he's gone now, but I was excited to hopefully be able to move into that spot, but it's definitely a challenge to be able to compare to him. Yeah, he's been trying to make a lot of pressure in practice. Yeah, he's had a couple of times where he's had the team say they have to run if I miss a field goal.
Right.
So it's definitely been fun.
There's been a little situation where the coach will have like a 40-yard field goal if you make it. Practice. If you make it, practice ends. If you don't make it, practice continues. Type of deal. Or
no, he hasn't done that yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Looks like that's a run if you miss.
Yeah, he did do that once.
Well, that's preparing though for some late game situations, though, right?
Exactly.
We got to kick in front of 80,000 people here on a Saturday.
Yeah, you game winner.
Your game's on the line. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Forgive me if this has been asked, but what did you try to pick up from Perry last year?
From Perry?
Not Perry, Elliot. I have them for
Picked
some
up a lot
reason.
from Perry too.
For some reason there.
From Elliot, kick. You miss some, you make some. You gotta let the misses. Gotta let them go.
Yeah.
Gotta move on. That was the one thing I definitely picked up from Elliot.
What made Elliot so good?
What made Elliot so good?
He's
His
uncannily
confidence.
accurate, especially inside 40 yards. He really missed his career. Under 40 yards.
His confidence was insane. He knew it was going in. It's one of those things where if he missed, he was like, "What in the world?
Yeah.
What's going on with this?" And he'd go in. We'd watch film the next day, Santa practice, or after the game, we'd go in Sunday, watch the film, he'd figure it out, get it down.
How were you recruited here? Like, how did that process kind of
It was
work out?
actually through Elliot. Hustler was looking for a guy, and Elliot Fry had seen me through a couple of Chris Saylor kicking camps.
Yeah.
And Hustler said, "Hey, I need a guy. You got one?" And Elliot gave him my name, and it just kind of went uphill from there.
When did that start?
Let's see.
Kinda late into
It was around November, I think.
Yeah.
And then I said I was going to Vegas. Elliot Fry was going to be there. And I said, "Hey, Elliot Fry, let you know how I do." I got third, fourth in that camp out of 400 kickers. And, and then I had a camp in North Carolina. It was almost a make or break. If I do well at this camp, I ended up winning the camp. And I went to the spring game, and it was after that I committed.
Does Hutzler just look at you at camps, or does he get you out and say, "I want to watch you kick"? How does that process? How does the audition process work?
He was going off a lot of film and a lot of what my coaches would say from their game experience, how I'd handle things, whether good or bad.
Do you have a coach, like a kicking coach? Is there somebody that throughout your career has been your guy?
Chris Saylor started my freshman year. I just used him a lot.
Where's he based?
He's actually based in California. But there's one guy I do use here. His name's Nelson Garner. He's one of the guys that help Chris Saylor. He's based in Charlotte, North Carolina.
How often do you work with those guys? How often did you get to see those guys and spend one-on-one coaching time with them?
I tried to. Usually it was during the summer I was being able to do it because I would play soccer in the spring during high school. So it was really hard to get out there and not be injured. So it was mainly a lot of times summer and the winter I was able to get out there. I try to get out there at least twice a month.
At what point in your high school career did you think, okay, I've got a shot at to make this, to do this in college?
I was around junior year, I would say, but I was an okay kicker, I guess. I was ranked about 40-something on Chris Saylor's ranking charts, and I ended up breaking my foot my junior year. And it was I had an eye-opening experience with that, and I actually came back stronger because I'd been working out my right leg, the kicking leg. I broke my left, and I came back stronger. And it was after that I was like, you know what, I really need to pursue this. Came back strong, and yeah.
The eye-opening experience being just, you wanted to maximize what you could do with it, or was something more specific?
I had taken everything for granted, it felt like.
Yeah.
I definitely had taken things for granted. I was like, yeah, I got this, I'm fine, I don't really need to worry about much. And I came back, I was like, I've got a long way to go now. And I realized that the hard work, even the coaches make us do, I realized that hard work actually pays off. And it was hard for me to really see that growing up, I guess.
How does a kicker break his non-kicking foot?
Do what?
How
Sorry.
does a kicker break his non-kicking foot?
I was playing soccer, it was in November, I took a shot and I guess I landed wrong on my left foot and ended up breaking the growth blade on the side.
Does playing soccer, well, I know in the history a lot of kickers have been soccer guys. Has playing soccer sort of elevated your football kicking game?
Yeah, soccer is definitely, I had one of the stronger legs on the team for soccer, and it just really helped out going into football.
As we stand here and you think about this place full in the fall, games on the line, what do you think about that? Does that really excite you?
It gets me going. It definitely gets my blood flowing for sure. It was actually kind of weird when I first came in here for the first game for ECU. When I traveled, and I was like, holy cow, this is amazing. It was my only third D1 football game I had actually ever attended. So the third one ever, I ended up on the sideline, which was actually really cool.
And did you think about what if I'm out there, from 45 and...
It was nerve-wracking, I'd say, the first couple games. But closer to halfway through the season, I was like, I actually want to be out there. I want to do this.
Right.
Get me out there, coach.
What would you say your most pressure kick has been so far?
Ooh, in college so far?
No, in high school.
Or high school, I will say high school, I had one that was close to winning a game, and then playoffs, I would say I actually didn't. It's eye-opening not make one, I'll say that. I had one chance in high school my senior year. It was actually to send our team to playoffs, 47 on the right hash, and I just pushed it a little right. My confidence had gone down because it's really hard to come off a block kick return for a touchdown. And and it's just how you handle that situation that really makes who you are at that point. And after that, and since then, I'd say, as I come here, something like that, I've always thought I cannot let that happen again.
Do you feel like this job is yours? Have you been told this job is yours, or do you still feel like you're competing daily?
It's always open. Me, Mike, and Parker. It's a competition. I don't have it. I will say that. It's open to anyone. Anyone can come in. I know a guy just committed as a preferred walk-on here, and once he gets here in the summer, it's definitely up for grabs for anyone.
What were your options for soccer out of high school? And how seriously did you pursue it?
I had played club. I had started since I was 4, so I played club my whole life. Some ODP for the state region, and I guess in high school, my sophomore year, I had a rough coach from a high school team, and it was kind of from there I realized, I don't know if I want to go down this path. I don't know if I would keep pursuing soccer the way I was, and football had started progressing a little for me for kicking, and I just kind of died off from soccer, I guess, a little.
Gotcha.
When you hear Elliot say that he not only does he believe that you can break a scoring record, he expects you to break a scoring record. What does that tell us?
I wasn't expecting that. I was actually watching that interview, and I was not expecting him to say. I was like, that is very generous. That is very generous coming from a guy that just broke the record. That I didn't really know what to actually expect from that. I've got a long way to go, I'll say that. I got a long way to go, and that's a long time from now to do something like that. But Elliot that kid was good.
I feel like he was like your mentor. Was he your mentor last year when you were here on campus, or like a big brother to you? Or what was it?
Definitely felt something like a big brother. I had looked up to him actually in high school. I'd always looked up to him kicking. I'd see him at camps. I was like, holy cow, that kid's good. Never did I think I'd be on the same team as him getting the kick next to him.
Who's your favorite professional soccer team?
Favorite professional soccer team? Ooh. I'd have to say Man U. I grew up liking Man U. I'd always also followed David Beckham as well as a star. So when he was on Man U, that was awesome.
So David Beckham more than Wayne Rooney?
Yeah. Wayne Rooney, I did a thing for Wayne Rooney when I was playing soccer. I liked his number. I always had him as my jersey. But David Beckham, that man's a star.
What position did you play in soccer?
Soccer, I played center back. Let's see, when I was younger and growing up, and then I got moved to right and left back because I could run a lot faster. So.
Defensive guy.
Yeah, defensive guy that took mainly all the free kicks and all the offsides. Because I actually, my last game, which was kind of cool, my last game for playoffs for soccer for Eastside High School, I was actually hitting balls from the other 18 when they were offsides, crossing them in from one side of the field to the other. I was like, it's kind of cool.